Hi, my name is Chardol, and welcome to the SG Sports Talk channel. As the Golden State Warriors get the 107-97 win over the Boston Celtics, and now I would like to welcome Bay Area Baller 18 to the post game show.
Chardol, what's going down? Thanks for having me. Wow, what a game we just watched. That was sensational. Stephen Curry was absolutely phenomenal. 43 points. He carried this team to victory amidst these classless Boston Celtics fans who were chanting all kinds of vulgar language. Forget them. It's not about them. You know what? This is about this Golden State Warriors team that came out, fought hard, got the win, and thanks to Stephen Curry. But sure, I mean, how did that game make you feel, Chardol?
I mean that was the craziest game I've ever seen, man. Like I've never seen a type of performance by the Dubs like what we saw today.
It was a
I mean,
tough, hard-nosed win. You know, Boston, they came out like in the first quarter, the Celtics were looking good. Warriors started out slow. They were like 1 for 7 from the field. I didn't like Steve Kerr's choice of the starting lineup. He benched Kevon Looney. I was saying we needed more Kevon Looney after game 3. And so taking Looney out of the lineup, I didn't like that call. Um, and the Warriors started slow. Then when Looney got inserted later on in the first quarter, finally the Warriors got some things going again on offense. The offense started out sluggish, but Looney also played great. Um, and Andrew Wiggins, 16 rebounds. He took a shot to the face. Wiggins took an elbow right to the face. I was worried he had a broken nose, but that almost like woke him up. After that, he immediately hit a three. He was all up in Tatum's grill. Tatum didn't shoot a good percentage from the field. He did good from the 3-point line, but overall, percentage was left some to be desired, and that was thanks to Wiggins' defense. So Wiggins, Looney, and Klay Thompson, man, he started out cold, but when we needed some buckets down the stretch, right? He finished with the 18 points when we needed him down the stretch. He hit a few clutch buckets that hopefully will give him some momentum coming back home to San Francisco.
hey baller, so when you saw that Celtics fans were leaving the arena in disappointment, that's the time when, we got our chance to get the win. When we see the opposing team leave their home arena in Boston.
Hey, when the fans start leaving, that means it's a wrap. And you love to see it because, man, these Boston fans, they were feeling pretty cocky, right? They were up. I mean, they never had like a huge lead on us, but they were up, 8 to 10 points. It felt like for the majority of that first quarter, or we closed it at the end of the second quarter. But those Boston fans were feeling themselves, and it felt good to kind of level them and take them down a notch because Boston, man, those fans got a reputation, and it's not a good one.
Cause like when you look at them, I knew that they outplayed us in game two, but then we had
Yeah, game 3.
yeah, we outplayed them in game three. No, no, I change it. Boston outplayed us in
Yeah,
game three of the NBA
yeah.
Finals, and then we came out in this game and showed them that you put on a show for the fans in Boston. We're gonna come and put on a show for the Warrior fans here in Chase Center for this watch party that they had on today.
No doubt. And man, it was just an exciting game. I felt like the refs, man. I'm not a big one to complain about the referees, right? I understand it's a tough job, and I was thinking maybe we might benefit from the whistle just because we're down 2-1. You feel like the NBA would want to extend the series, so it's like if why would you favor the Celtics? But we didn't get a favorable whistle, And Steve Kerr got the technical foul in the first half because the refs were on some BS, right? And you got to let it be known as the coach. I thought that was a good technical foul by Steve Kerr because you got to let the refs know, hey, I'm not going to just sit and watch this BS while you favorite the Celtics. So Kerr got the tech. I thought the team responded well. And here's the other thing, Shardall. Felt like the Warriors have been playing better with Draymond Green off the floor. Okay. Uh, let's see. I wrote this down here.
So, baller.
Yeah.
So did I get the score right when I got the final score?
Yeah. 107-97. I think
Yeah.
so. I'm not, to be honest, I wasn't, I might have missed it, but
Yeah, that was the final score. They won it.
yeah, that was the final score 107-97. And I mean, it was a great win. I'm excited that, the series has been evened up 2-2. Um, the Warriors, they got home court back, and that's a huge advantage. So, game 5, Warriors got to come out strong. Okay, I'm tired of these sluggish starts out of the gate. And Chardall, I feel like Kerr doesn't have the guts. It's hard to bench Draymond Green, or excuse me, not bench him because you're going to play him, but it's hard to take him out of the starting lineup. But that's almost what it feels like might be what's best for the team. I doubt it happens, but let me tell you something. Kevon Looney needs more minutes. Taking him out of the starting lineup was stupid because Robert Williams came out dominating. He was blocking shots, grabbing offensive rebounds, laying it in. Otto Porter couldn't keep him off the glass. I mean, Otto Porter is he's a good offensive rebounder because when the shot goes up, he slashes to the rim and he's good at grabbing those offensive rebounds. But when you're talking like banging with a big man trying to defensive rebound, like that's a different type of rebounding. And that's not what he does, at least not against a 7-foot athletic player like Williams is. So we need Looney out there, and it feels like we could use another big. And I was clamoring for Bob Myers to get another one at some point during the midseason. Didn't happen. But Looney's what we got. He's our one true big man. So we're going to need Looney to play, 25, 30 minutes because I think that's what's best for this team. Nemanja Bjelica, I mean, what are we doing? Nemanja's barely played, and it's like we're playing him for these 4-minute spurts, and it's hard for him to get a rhythm. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to the team. I would just X out Bjelica, give those minutes to Porter or Gary Payton, because I don't think Bjelica's helping at this point. I can't hear you, Chardal.
When you look at Otto Porter Jr., I mean, when he has a really phenomenal game, he's fun to see him play out there. Because when he gets on a groove and he's in his rhythm and his momentum, there's no way to shake him out of that streak.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's facts.
I mean, so who do you think when you look at Jordan Poole, what have you found phenomenal about Jordan Poole?
Jordan Poole, he had a big 14 points. You know, he was 6 of 13 from the field. The thing with him is defensively, he tends to give up easy buckets, which that might be the next evolution of his game. This year, he took a huge leap on the offensive end. Maybe in the offseason, the defensive end is where he can try to put his focus and getting better defensively, maybe get a little bit stronger like Steph has. Steph gained some muscle since he entered the league. Jordan Poole might have to follow that recipe because defensively tends to give up some easy buckets. I mean, guarding Tatum, guarding Jaylen Brown, guarding Marcus Smart, those are physical, strong players. So it might not be the best matchup for Jordan Poole defensively, but he provided a scoring lift tonight. And let me tell you something, Chardall. We haven't seen like a Jordan Poole explosion game, and it could very well happen in game 5. And what I mean by a Jordan Poole explosion game, it's like when Poole goes for 25, when he goes for 30. Like he's capable of that. You know, if his shot is hot, like what was he, 2 for 7 from 3 point range tonight? Like that's not bad. Like that's like it's like it's actually kind of bad, but it wasn't horrible. But he could have a game where he goes 5 for 7 from deep. He's that kind of player where that would provide a huge lift. And so Jordan Poole, he's been playing but he might have an explosion game in game 5.
I mean, what I mean, if the Warriors want to go into Chase Center in Game 5 and win against this Boston Celtics team and take a 3-2 lead, which means they just need one more victory to win the NBA Finals. That's the goal. That's the mindset. We gotta execute with that. Go into Chase Center, probably beat Boston by like 40 or 50. Just completely trample them.
I mean, I feel your vibe, but just the way their defense, the Boston Celtics are playing a tough brand of defense, so it might be hard to get up by 40 or 50 because they're. But either way, I know what you're getting at.
But to me, today Curry put up 43
Yeah,
in Boston, and that means he just needed 11 more points to tie his NBA record, 54 points in the Garden when he played in MSG in New York City. He needed 12 more points to beat his record and get 56 in Boston.
I know. Yeah, that's what 3 or 4 more threes, and he would have been right there.
Did you? Like when I went to Game 3 at Chase Center during the watch party,
Oh, how
and when I
was that?
saw
Tell me about that.
it was fun,
It was fun, but the
but
the
we
Warriors lost
lost.
that one. Did that
One
put a
one
damper on it?
yes,
But it was still fun because like the
yeah.
Warriors were down that game, like we were losing, and then we came all the way back. So that was probably really exciting when the Warriors, because they really fought hard that game 3. Like, yeah, we lost, but we showed a lot of fight. They battled back, and then the Celtics ultimately pulled it out at the end. But I bet you that was a lot of fun to be there. Was it pretty
I mean,
crowded?
it was pretty crowded, but I knew that we came out with the fire. We fought hard. It was really difficult to win in Boston, and because that was really hard. But I gotta give kudos to Boston because they played a lot better than us. They outplayed us in that game. We were outnumbered. We were exhausted at that point. Basically, it
I
wasn't
know what
looking
you
good
mean, and
for
I didn't. Yeah,
it wasn't looking good for the Dubs at that point because there was, I thought they were going to come back in the fourth, but then we were like, there was no point because there was no comeback at that point. Like it was a wrap. The game was over.
there wasn't enough offense. We didn't have enough offensive firepower. But hey, you know what? Enough sulking on game 3 because game 4, this game was electric tonight. The Warriors pulled it out, evened up the series, and it was just such an exciting game. Let me look at. I was taking notes, Shardall, preparing for the show. So let me look at some of my notes that I had written down. Gary Payton had a nice steal, which led to a Stephen Curry 3. That was a turning point in the first quarter. Curry, how many rebounds did he end up with? Because it was a team effort hitting the glass. All right. Steph Curry, he finished with 10 rebounds. All right. And those are huge because if he doesn't come back and grab those rebounds, those are potential offensive rebounds going the Celtics' way. So Curry, great job on the glass. I mean, it was just a hell of a win. I still got a bit of a buzz going just from watching that Warriors victory, and I'm
So when I
excited.
went, so when I looked at Steph Curry, who put up 43 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, the thing that really made me really upset is that if he had gotten 7 more assists, that would be a triple double in Boston right there.
Yeah, it would have been a triple double. But hey, you know what? I'll take the win. That's all that matters. The big W.
Hey, but what are your tips? So if we want to get a win, what are your tips to victory coming into Game 5? Um,
Yeah.
on is it on June 13th?
Let me check. Let me check.
No,
Let me check
I
that.
think it is June 13th because today was Game 4 was on June 10th.
Yeah, you're
Game
right.
5 is on June 13th.
Monday. Yeah, Monday, June 13th.
Yeah. So what are
Okay,
your
the
tips?
tip. Yeah, I got you. The tips, Shardo, you got to make me 50% screen with you. We got to share the screen on this one because I'm going in on these tips because I'm small right now. Oh,
Yeah.
nah, you're good. You don't got to change it. I forgot. All right, Shardo, let me tell you the tips. Okay. Steve Kerr, we need more Kevon Looney. All right. Steve Kerr, we need more Kevon Looney. Less Draymond Green. Draymond, I'm sorry. I love you. You're a warrior. You fight hard, but we need more Kevon Looney because he's been fighting hard, grabbing boards, setting good screens. Kevon Looney's just been at the right place at the right time. He knows this offense, and I feel like that's what gives the Warriors the best chance to win. More Kevon Looney, and I would say less Draymond Green. And not only that, you mentioned Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole, we need a 25-point game from you. I know you're capable. That'll give us a huge lift. All right. Klay Thompson, I mean, this series is even, Chardall, and Klay Thompson hasn't been playing very good. Like, he's not playing bad. He's fighting on defense. Offensively, he's giving you something, although the percentages have been a bit lackluster. Tonight, it wasn't that bad. 7 of 17. 4 of 10 from three-pointer, 40%. That is pretty good. But we know Klay Thompson, 18 points. Klay Thompson has another gear. So if he can get to that, Jordan Poole can get it going a little bit more, and Steph Curry. I mean, I don't know if we can keep up 43-point performances. We can't expect Steph to go for 43 every game, but he's just been balling out of control.
I mean, like when I look at Jordan Poole, man, that guy's fun to watch, man. I mean, he's a fun player. That's why everybody's hyping him up so much.
He's dynamic with the ball in his hands. He can score the rock in a multitude of ways. He's sometimes he plays a little erratic. Like, he's so quick and he's so fast, and his mind moves 100 miles an hour. So he's making these plays, and sometimes it leads to some ball handling turnovers because he does some crazy stuff with his handles. He's got great ball handles, but he's just so creative, and his mind's moving so fast that it can lead to turnovers. So it's almost like Jordan Poole, just take a deep breath, slow it down a notch, control the tempo, play your game. If you're open, shoot it, pass it to the open man. And if you got the blow by, then just blow by your guy because you can do that too.
Like so I mean Steph Curry, that's why he's the greatest shooter. He's the greatest 3-point shooter.
That's facts. Greatest three
And
point
then
shooter all time.
and anytime he steps on the court, he's an incendiary bomb, and he's gonna go off at any time.
Hey, if Steph Curry's on that court, you better be all over him because that man is not to be messed with. And he got pissed. Did you see him yell at that referee? He shot the 3-pointer. Jason Tatum came, pushed him in midair, and didn't give him a space to land, right? Steph Curry still hit the three, but it should have been an and one. And he was furious. I haven't seen Steph that pissed in probably a couple years because, I mean, we haven't made, we missed the playoffs the last 2 years, right? When we were banged up, Clay was out and whatnot. But Steph was pissed, and it was the same thing. Like, that was a good technical by Steve Kerr because you got to let the refs know, hey, we're not up to that bullshit. Steph had to let him know too. And the refs got to respect it because Steph doesn't do stuff like that very often where he's completely takes the mouth guard out and he's screaming at the officials. I mean, we remember mouth guard gate where he threw the mouth guard in the direction of the referee. So he will display his displeasure on occasion, and he did tonight because the refs were on some BS, but the Warriors still fought and they found a way to pull it out.
I mean, I looked at this game, and this game was like entertaining on all levels. Man, this was the
Yes,
most entertaining basketball game I have ever seen.
it's up there. It's the whole fourth quarter. I couldn't sit down. I was on my feet. Oh shoot! Sounds like the vacuum's going, Shardall. Whoa! I'm hearing a Jurassic World advertisement, free promo.
So I mean, for you, so I mean,
Yeah.
what Warrior jersey are you rocking?
Oh, you already know. I had to go with that man, Steph Curry. I had to throw on the Curry. I knew we needed a big game from Steph, and he pulled through. Hey, Shardall, you got any last questions for me? Because I got to watch, I got a family night. We got to watch some Stranger Things coming up here.
So this game was wild. I mean, this game was freaking wild. Like,
You ain't kidding.
yeah, this game was wild, man. I mean, I was you know, watching this game, and I was getting way more anxious and nervous. But when we came in the fourth quarter and we had the lead, I mean, this was just crazy, man. I mean, we gotta go to Chase Center in Game 5, and everybody's saying Warriors in 7. I'm saying Warriors in 6. We're gonna go to Chase Center, win that game, take a 3-2 series lead, go back to Boston, win 6, knock them down by 50, take a four
You
two
want to
lead.
win it in Boston in front of their fans.
Yeah,
I
beat them by
like that
50
idea.
in front of their Boston home fans. Beat them by 50.
And I
Show
hope
them
they
what they
go
got.
home crying that night. But I
Yeah.
don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves though, Shardall, because we still got work to do. First, we got to win this game coming up on Monday, and then we can talk about making those Boston Celtics fans cry. Hey, Shardall, thanks for having me on. I had a blast. All the YouTube viewers, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I just surpassed 1,000 subscribers, Shardall. So I was really excited about that. I probably got to thank you because you've came on my channel before and I've been on yours. So you helped me get there. So thank you, Shardall.
Hey,
But
Baller, I was just saying it's great having you on my channel every single time. We talk, we chop it up, we talk Warriors basketball, you and I. We make it entertaining for all the fans out there, all the loyal fans who watch, who are subscribed to your YouTube channel. They're also subscribed to my YouTube channel, so we're getting those views, those recognitions from all the Dub Nation fans out there. So that means a lot to us.
best fans in the NBA.
Keep supporting us, showing us all the love and support. But we but I appreciate that you were understanding that my internet wasn't working on my laptop. So I'm happy that we were able to have a good show, even though we were doing it on my iPhone device. I'm happy that we were still able to have a really good show.
Yeah, I thought it went really well. I thought it was smooth. Chardal, you're the man. What an exciting game. I'm feeling good. I'm going to sleep well tonight. But hey, Chardal, we got some
This
unfinished business. All right. We want this NBA championship.
this And last of all, to end the show, this win goes out to Celts Chronicles, huge Warriors fan. He got to tune Celts got to tune into the show, tune into our post game show for the Warriors game.
Shout out to Celts.
This win is for Celts. But yeah, but we gotta do a we gotta do another post game show. Maybe we can try and do it for game. Let's try for game 6. Let's go for the capper.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. All right, Shar Dizzle, thanks for having me on. I'll talk to you soon. All right.
Thanks for hopping on. It was really great having you always. You're it's always an honor having you on my show. You know, I always like to have people like you. So let's get that win in game 5. Let's take that 3-2 series lead, and hopefully Steph Curry puts another 40 or more 40 or plus point performance in game 5.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it. Go Dubs.
Steph